Watch out for the bat. I'm not getting caught like last time. Transfusion.
The entrance, talking to Riddler is part of the game, so in the missions I've done, Riddler is in. I
always thought the person inside that
if you want talk or fighting with Catwoman or whatever, you gotta go watch one of those to find it. It's in one of them, I don't remember. One second.
Diddle, detective. I see you've begun pitting that mediocre mind of yours against my riddles. I had plenty of time to conceive them, Batman. When you left me battered and demeaned in Arkham City. I am the Riddler, Batman. I don't suffer humiliation. I pay it back. So solve my riddles if you can.
Trophy.
A souvenir from a previous life. Why hold
Riddle.
A bad. Joining your mission can come with a cost. This empty reminder shows just what she lost.
That's the Batwoman thing I showed you guys. Whatever.
Could have sworn I heard broken glass.
Yeah, broke. What's the problem? Wait a minute.
Off was a big mistake. Now you're just a man, Bruce.
Oh. Why do I gotta talk to this guy?
Hey, Batman. How you doing?
You're a Riddler victim. I want to know what...
Let me know if you need anything.
You're green.
A challenge in the Cauldron Train Yard. Fine, Enigma. I'll play your games and I'll win. Selena's life depends on it.
Seriously, if there's anything urgent, important, or,
You're
confidential,
green.
come straight.
Okay. Yeah, change the color of the block. chase the outfit with that. I don't want to.
Nah, Penguin's parents were Gotham royalty. He got the accent in school, if it's for real anyway.
Bored, detective? Craving a grimly satisfying reminder of your own stupidity? Then test your mind against the brand new Riddles and Stag's airships, the malicious hideout, and the abandoned film studios. Stag's airship, the malicious hideout, and the abandoned film studios. Every riddle has been placed. My master plan is in effect. Forget all those other pretenders. Remember who your real nemesis is. Nemesis.
One second.
Starting to think maybe I got a sniff of that gas. Hard to tell with all this messed up crap going on. Anybody seen that anarchy guy? That kid'd love this. Two-Face, Penguin,
Okay,
Riddler.
well.
Screw them all. I'm working solo from now on. What did Scarecrow do? Oh, that stuff was nasty. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm getting kind of tired of all this rioting.
One second. Told you you can do something with the GCPD guys.
See the bats come? Like you were joyriding that thing.
I think it's really cool that someone like you is doing something.
You're working for Riddler.
What? You're crazy!
Batman's gone crazy, guys!
What are you doing, Batman? Back off!
Stand down, Batman!
I don't know what he's talking about, guys.
Are you sure?
Okay, okay! I do favors for Enigma. Tell him when Gordon's on his trail. Stick those dumb trophies of his around the place. That kind of stuff. But that's it, really. I'm not such a bad guy. I swear.
I don't care.
Hey! You can't throw me in here. I'm a cop!
Not anymore.
So I got to do what now? Pretty much I hit triangle because that's usually the interrogate button, and so I interrogated him. But I think Batman can decide if you are a cop apparently. He just said not anymore. Yeah, okay. Why are they still running off their Batman? Okay. What is this? It's called. Oh, wait a minute. I can change the name. I'll change it later.
The Arkham Knights is some tough guy.
A challenge in the Cauldron train yard. Fine, Enigma. I'll play your games and I'll win. Selina's life depends on it.
Detective, you arrived! I thought Catwoman's little predicament might encourage your participation. I realized, you see, that the kind of image-obsessed narcissist who places bat symbols on his hubcaps would never willingly submit himself to the kind of humiliation I have in store. Yet, here you are, Detective. The humiliation is waiting below.
No. Oh, it does.
Well then, Detective, it begins. You are staring, with stupefied incomprehension, at a mechanism I have calibrated to respond to an extremely precise radar pulse. In a moment, I will give you rule the first. You will address me at all times as Riddler, the Riddler, or Mr. Enigma, sir. What? How did you solve tonight's very first riddle? Well done. Well done.
What I gotta do is just go.
Welcome to my racetrack, Detective. You must complete 3 circuits of this gauntlet, finishing each before the time limit expires. Come now, Detective. Let's put that grotesque ego-mobile to the test. Be ready, Dark Knight. There's more to this test than just going vroom, vroom, really fast.
Oh, snap.
Tick-tock, Detective, tick-tock. Can that ramshackle motor handle this?
I got 3 laps and I gotta go all in 20 seconds. Oh.
Faster, Darker, faster! Can those flickering, faltering synapses keep up with my automatically adjusting course?
Oh no, I have.
I'm disabling the afterburner's failsafe. I need the extra speed.
Oh, it lets me.
Careful, detective!
Cool.
I'd like the car to be
It lets me
working
have
when I'm done.
infinite movement speed now. That's sick. I don't know why I'm so happy, but I had to go super fast for everything. Bro, what? I landed on it.
Let's work that undeveloped brain of yours.
Come on. No, I got 25 seconds. Bro, I'm doing so bad.
Oh dear. That would have injured someone whose skull wasn't so thick. Come now, detective. Time waits for no man. And I wait for no Batman.
Is he adding
Once more
layers?
onto the track, Dark Knight. Once more!
Oh, he is. Making it harder every time.
Oh, detective, what's that I hear? Is it time's winged chariot hurrying near? You're close, detective. Don't fumble now. Don't fumble. Careful, Dark Knight. That car has some value, even if you don't. Hurry up, detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin.
Oh, I got it. I did it.
Relax, Dark Knight. The ordeal is over. Such a pity the laws of physics prohibit me from testing my non-Euclidean designs. Now then, detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull. Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most of them will kill me. One of them won't. Great.
Which cabinet, kitty cat?
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Well done to the pair of you. That's the first key collected. Don't expect to be sinking your claws into too many more. Too many more.
Okay. I lost so much fighting myself.
Did you really believe that a challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy? Oh, Dark Knight, you sweet, naive sentinel, of course it wouldn't. But now I have several hundred terabytes of performance data relating to the latest model of rocket-powered hearse you're driving. With that in mind, I have prepared for you something a little less knuckle-whitening and rather more brow-furrowing in Chinatown. Hurry on over, detective, or it won't be curiosity that kills the cat.
Hurry this up. There we go.
Whatever Riddler's built beneath Chinatown, it's not going to stop me.
I'll be... Whatever. How am I driving to that?
He's on our tail! Outrun that thing! Come on, lose it! You seen what that thing does to cars? I ain't staying to fight... Oh, God. What's he doing?
Next.
Well, Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are? These trials are my masterpieces, Detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius, testaments to your stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come.
Here we go. Almost there. Right here.
A trial so elegantly simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, Detective. You know, Dark Knight, on balance, I don't think you're going to figure this out. Poor Batman. Listen, when I'm stuck on a puzzle, I find it helps to...
Super confusing.
You know, it's never come up. Oh no, Batman. It seems you're far too attached to that fancy tank of yours to solve this one.
I got it. I did it! Oh, let's get it.
The wheels on the Batmobile
Probably
go
not how you do it,
round
but
and
who
round,
cares?
Dark Knight, and they do it while touching the ground.
No clue how I did it. No!
Well done,
Almost
Detective.
screwed myself over.
Your true calling as a third-rate circus stuntman becomes clearer by the day.
Now we got this.
Congratulations, Dark Knight. You've earned the right to play the next part of the puzzle. Head over to the board.
Okay, so 2020.
Oh, joy. Time to play the Will My Head Explode game again.
2020. Uh-oh. I don't know which is the start. We'll try the left one.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited intelligence, I'm afraid you're going to...
You better be right, Batman.
I don't think it's right. Please don't stump me. Oh, thank God.
Head still attached? Great. Collar still attached? Not so great.
Congratulations! you've achieved the very minor victory of not being as stupid as you look. Not stupid as you look. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
Do I gotta do
No,
this?
you do it.
Now, Kitty. Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big mysterious green door.
Yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it.
Can I, like... Nice long
Well
chat.
done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting.
Orphanage.
Okay. I just don't like how long these elevators take.
Selina's still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
Falcon 5 to control. We're tracking rioters on Bleak Island. Over. Some freaks chaining up dead bodies. Sounds pretty nasty. Let's go see. Riddler's gonna regret going after Catwoman. She's more into that whole vengeance thing than the Bat.
I skipped the animation part. This is pretty
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. Good luck.
Can be X.
No, Dark Knight. You're way off the mark. The mark.
Right there. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Lord. Bruh. That's it. Okay, I know what to do. There we go.
Almost there, Batman. But you haven't quite made my mark.
Where's the market? Really?
Close, but it's not quite on the dot. Dot.
Bro, where's the dot at? You want me to make a dot? Like, I'm very confused. If I move, no, I didn't mark it. I don't know what direction you want me to put it.
Heavens above! Will you ever figure it out? Ever.
I don't understand. Cast on flex. Bruh, I'm so confused. That's the dot. It's probably the dot.
Well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry. Do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
3, 5, 2.
I've got 5 switches and the world's most boring light show over here. You?
Same.
Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friend.
Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Catwoman. The Batman, you're lagging behind.
3, 7. I mean 3, 1. 3, 1, 4. 1, 4, 5. 2.
Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see.
Multi-purpose weapon used to trip, disarm, or stun enemies during combat. Solo. Uses projectile weapon to knock down unaware enemies and stun them during combat.
Your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistants?
Get whooped on, kid. Oh no. Come on, dual takedown.
There's plenty here. Take your pick.
Why is my audio like that?
Every robot you defeat merely provides more data for me to analyze, Dark Knight. Prototypes, Dark Knight. These are merely
All yours.
So try to mitigate that primal feeling of triumph upon defeating one. My programming animates these beautiful creations, Dark Knight. My engineering gave them shape. Not one of your absurd bat contraptions is so brilliant.
Finally.
It's quite liberating to have freed myself from reliance on Gotham's ill-educated muscle, Detective. Every robot you defeat merely provides more data for me to analyze. Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it?
Everything sounds well, so I don't know.
Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Okay. I'm not gonna do any of those yet, I just realized.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Bro, the cop car.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these. Upside down? Oh, thank you, Dark Knight. I thought I'd seen everything. Is this exciting, Batman? An invigorating and tantalizing thrill? Well, it's supposed to be a serious test of skill. I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage.
Bro, it moves. It's not even fair.
Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop? Very good, Dark Knight. Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrap. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead vats of pressure. You know, it takes a very special ant to crush itself underfoot.
Bruh, I wasn't even on it.
Your vehicle cannot withstand such pressure, Detective. Trust me on this. I ran the calculations. Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. You'll be crushed, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. It's time. 1,000 dead vats of pressure. Careful, Detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. Enough! Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so
part.
soon. Your next key awaits.
And here we go.
Dead.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
This must be the entrance, but I need to secure the area first.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else.
Okay.
Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science. Stumped, Dark Knight? I can see your brain flying through the possibilities.
Wait a minute, is it what I think it is?
Come now, Dark Knight. Don't force me to eject you from the chamber. Eject you from the...
I should have ejected from the car and it didn't.
Dark Knight. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought I'd put those abilities to the test. Only mammals capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise.
I have to go.
Creatures known to prey on bats include hawks, owls, some spiders, falcons, and, oh yes, of course, me. Detective, you are literally as capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. The next key awaits you.
Got it, boys.
I can't leave until I've helped Selina choose her key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Can you trust him, Catwoman?
Can you trust?
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Another door.
Oh, good. More fun.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Selina's waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
Is it Kyle?
It doesn't take much to tame a cat. Make them wear this.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Greetings to my costumed contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Isn't that going high enough? Oh yeah, you don't have.
Hey, don't shove.
The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt.
She weighs less. It's all about weight.
Move over, would you?
Oh my goodness. Go up, go up, go up. Oh, I need both of them over here. Jeez. Okay. There's another button, I just don't know what it does.
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, you better grab that key and be on your way. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave those ones to me.
Oh, physically leave them. She has a bat for?
sure where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line. Highly efficient production line. Of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you. Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
I'm very confused with Catwoman is because she robs, right? She's also Batman's friend, which doesn't make any sense to me. That's where my brain cell gets lost.
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I'm very confident.
I thought Bruce Wayne had nothing better to do than waste his parents' inheritance. Guy's really gone down in my estimation. Hey, this whole city's a mess.
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective, and I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud, Detective. A dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Well done, Detective. I think you're getting the hang of it. No, Detective. You must avoid the rotating spiky blades of death.
What am I supposed to do? Oh my god. Whoops.
That's one Batman. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth. Look at you, detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier.
I'm not exactly sure what to do. I see.
Don't leave me hanging, detective. The answer is right above your nose. Your nose. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as Catwoman's chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friend?
Literally escaping over into the wash.
I wanted you to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there.
One, two. I'm trying to think here. Dead.
Whoopsie, I seem to have scratched your car. I'd swap insurance details, but I expect you'll be dead by morning. Struggling, detective? I'm afraid you're running several minutes behind my projections. This is why my projections were off. I failed to consider both your incompetence and your stupidity as two distinct variables. Apologies, detective. I will recalculate post-haste. Excellent. You are barely keeping up to the precise degree my equations predict. Careful on your way out.
Hey,
Do you think he's smart enough, Cat? Oh, can't decide, Dark Knight? Come on, detective! Detect!
Oh, all I'm doing
here's
is
hoping
praying.
Eddie hasn't
I'm
started
praying.
cheating.
Dead.
And they say
Okay,
black
we're good.
cats are bad luck.
Another key, well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
No, kitty cat. Walk through there and there'll be a whole new set of paintings all over the orphanage walls. Catwoman, this evening is not about you. Wait for Batman. Wait for Batman.
We're good.
I have always been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities, marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swooned. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Now that's some good water.
The militia's what?
Selina's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
Oh man, it's him! Don't worry, he ain't catching us! Jeez, he's coming after us! For it, get us out of here! Let's go see the blown up factory. Come on.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat.
You're back.
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing. Let's get to the next room, okay? Before my head explodes.
Well, hello again to my favorite comedy double act. I'd just like to say what a novelty it's been constructing riddle chambers for 2 half-wits instead of 1. Why, that's practically a whole wit between you. Dark Knight, when you failed your feline friend and are done mourning over her headless corpse, perhaps we'll do this again with, Robin? Or maybe that prodigal son of yours over in Bloodhaven.
The gap in the wall? I could reach it with a pounce.
she's a climber, I see. I'm trying to see what it opens. Oh, I think I know what it opens.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still a maze if it doesn't have walls? If it doesn't have walls? Did that hurt, Catwoman? Good. That pain is what stupidity feels like. Stupidity feels like.
Oh, Eddie, you're going to feel very, very stupid when I catch up with you.
Oh, what a shock. For you, I mean, Detective. I was expecting it.
So up. Where am I? On the first one. So up 2, over 2.
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist. Twist.
2 level. Up 2, over 2, up 2. Where do I start
I
at?
don't think you'll be solving this one.
I don't think I ever died to the Riddler before. Ah, what a disappointment.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still a maze if it doesn't have walls? If it doesn't have walls? Oh, what a shock. For you, I mean, Detective. I was expecting it.
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist. Twist.
1, 1, 1, 1.
there, Selina.
Done on this side.
Okay, done over here.
Congratulations! And now your reward. Robot!
Bring it down!
I see you back.
Such a gentleman.
Fine, the key, take the key. I suppose you've just about earned it.
When I get out of here, I'm sticking this collar around Eddie's neck.
I like how quick that man does.
Well, how clever the pair of you must feel. How smug. Well, I hate to intrude upon this miserable little moment of victory, but I wanted you to be aware you're very unlikely to see one another again. Catwoman, the bat beneath Ranelagh Ferry Terminal.
Batman, are we?
Don't let what Riddler said get...
But he's an idiot who built a series of underground death traps across the city.
And?
And I just wanted to say, be safe. This is definitely your mess, and I appreciate you cleaning it up. But just be careful while you do it, okay?
Batsy, you got a boo. No, I'm playing.
Ranelagh Ferry Terminal. Okay, Riddler. This game ends now.
Is that what I think it is? It's Batman. Step on it!
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're done for, at least. I must admit that I'm feeling quite charitable at the moment of my triumph, so I will give you a choice. Rather than carry on, I will simply let you drive away in return for a signed statement testifying towards my superior intelligence and conceding that I have utterly checkmated you. Oh, the cat will remain a hostage, of course. A symbol of your failure.
One second. Okay, we're good. Never mind, hold on. now we're good.
My, you're actually going to attempt it. Very well. But this is my finest work, detective. My masterpiece, my Enigma Resistance.
Okay, so the trophies, now that I realized, was a mistake.
So, let us take that inexplicably life-size children's toy for its final drive. This is it, Dark Knight. Your Tudoberg, your Bay of Pigs, your ultimate defeat. That's it, detective. Drive faster, drive headlong into defeat.
Oh, this is... Oh, I forgot it's activated by
Behold your doom.
God, I took my
What? Impossible! That cannot be! You should have fallen to your death. I calculated the curvature precisely. I've got the equations right here. I don't understand. How are you still alive? Oh, of course. You got lucky, didn't you?
I thought it was more...
It was luck. Luck! The kindly lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my equations now, can I? I'm not a homeopath.
Bro, I can't do it.
Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. I knew it! I knew you'd fail! To think you had me worried. How embarrassing. Don't tell anyone. Feel that, detective? It's called humiliation. Come back to the start of the course and I'll serve up some more. When you failed that last lap, I could see the headlines, Detective. Riddler triumphant. Batman disgraced. Gotham awed. Don't be ashamed to have failed, Detective. This isn't a racetrack. It's an immaculately constructed work of art. It is perfection. Such a pity I couldn't show you the Riddler mobile. It's bigger, faster, several times more aesthetically pleasing than your vehicle. It's in the shop. Since you cannot even be counted on to kill yourself, I will do it for you. I'm controlling the mechanisms now. Controlling mechanisms. You'll make a repeat, Dark Knight. This really is it. It has to be. Come now, detective. Time waits for no man. And I wait for no Batman. Too slow, detective. But I don't want you to fail. I want you to die trying. Come on, detective. Back to the start of the course. I was actually concerned you may succeed. I forgot who I was dealing with for a minute there. I want you to know, Detective, that I'm recording all your attempts at this for posterity. And for my social media presence, of course. Don't worry, Detective. You have until dawn. Not that it'll make any difference. Stop not dying!
Bro, I had
Hurry
it.
up, Detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin.
Oh, I had the whole run. I hate these things.
I knew you
It's so
failed.
annoying.
Never doubted it for a moment.
Bro, I can't even slide on the wall if I wanted to.
If you're feeling vainglorious enough for another attempt, Dark Knight, you must trundle back to the start of the course.
That literally was not even
Let's try that last lap again. Or if you prefer, that Roman knockoff Mercury.
I physically don't know what to do. I'm not gonna make it because apparently 2 attempts are dead every time. Right, and I don't even have enough speed. So retarded. Look, it's literally making me
You're
pressure
going backwards, Dark Knight. Is this a valiant attempt at a joke? Dark Knight, don't waste my time.
my God.
It's several times more precious than yours.
So I'm actually about to... Hold on.
A quite stunning failure. Not fast enough, Detective. Any idiot could do this if he had all day. Any idiot could do this if he had all day. Feel that, Detective? It's called humiliation. Come back to the start of the course and I'll serve up some more. Another attempt? My, but you're optimistic. Turn around, you dark knucklehead. Goodbye. Come now, Detective. Time waits for no man. And I wait for no Batman. You did it. You did it. The key. Now you collect the key. Those are the rules, and I have to follow the rules, don't I? I set them after all.
One is long.
Okay, almost there.
That's a short one. That's a long one. Short one. Long one.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited intelligence, I'm afraid you're going to need it.
And here we go. Oh, that's it. No more.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You are now free. Free to take my final exam. To take my final exam.
Eddie, I didn't know you'd started cheating. I'm disappointed.
I dissemble. I artfully obfuscate. But I do not cheat. As you and Batman will discover when you attempt my final riddle room. Riddle room.
Hate this course. I think this took less time than the other one.
Do you have a photographic memory, Detective? Because I do. I can summon your sneering features at will. That is when they don't burst unbidden into my brain. I have perfect recall, too. I can remember every time you've hurt me. Sometimes I wake up, Dark Knight, to the feel of your hands around my neck, your carbon fiber-coated fists smashing into my solar plexus. How dare you brutalize me? Me! Your intellectual superior. You're better. Me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and the world's greatest everything. You're a thug, Detective, a bullying emblem of the arrogant notion that might makes right. Come back to the orphanage, where I will end you and the unjust things you stand for.
Here we go. If you would kindly lead me to the door, please. Thank you.
Now's my chance to free Selina from the orphanage. This sick game has gone on long enough.
Agreed, sir. Best of luck.
Oh, crap. Nice driving, idiot. He's right there. Just go. You want to take the wheel?
take much to tame a cat.
How have you been?
Perfect. Eddie hasn't said a word since you left that last course. Do you ever rub people the right way?
They never ask nicely.
This is it. One last hoop to jump through. Then I'm free to rob Gotham blind. I mean, you know, make sure everyone got out. I'll check the art galleries first.
Meet the Riddle Square, a puzzle which draws influence from both late 20th century puzzle cubes and mid-15th century torture devices.
If Eddie wanted us to play a game of life-size chess, he could have left us more pieces.
I don't think that was the idea.
Riddle me this. How can you play my game when you've already been barred?
Already play my game.
Perhaps you're looking at this conundrum the wrong way. No, Dark Knight, you're way off the mark. The mark. You can't go through it, children. And no, you cannot tunnel under it either.
Can you find a way in?
I don't know what to do. I'm not understanding what I gotta do. I trying to make it land on? Exactly, is it the hole? If that's supposed to be a hole, then one thing I can think of is trying to think. Wait a minute. Bruh, stop doing that. Now we're about to start again. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I do this. Bruh, I don't know what to do. Okay, so if I retract this and then shoot that on my... I don't know what to do. Like, I'm actually lost. Hold on. One second. I cannot figure this out. Okay, well, I figured it out. So, I've been this wrong the whole time. Whoops. So if I sucked it, let's move. That's all I want to do.
Congratulations! Now let's cut to the best part.
Selina, watch out! Get ready!
Damn him. How is that a riddle, Eddie? Seriously.
You get used to it.
Ah! Beginner's luck. Let's intensify proceedings.
Okay, now that I understand what to do.
You will not win this!
I don't know, but I'm just looking at those legs right there. So. See. 3-second clip on YouTube to help me figure out how to exactly solve the first one.
It's still not a riddle, Eddie!
You just haven't figured it out yet.
This is it. This is the end. The final riddle.
It's done. Keys by the entrance. Let's go.
Oh, you smooth talker, you. Give me a second to compose myself.
I held the elbow.
You know what the worst thing about this was? It looked cheap. Well, handsome, what are we waiting for? So is it just Central Gotham that's evacuated? Or are the mansions empty too?
Scarecrow threatened the entire city, Selina.
And it's such a tragedy. You go save the day, and I'll make sure Bruce Wayne locked his doors.
Good luck with that.
Fraud!
Let's get it, boys.
Fumbling amateur!
Boss battle, but
You me too, Batman! Simply bow down, confronted with your obvious
if you don't want to do
superior,
the boss
and I
battle,
will stoop to your pathetic pugilistic level and take you! I designed this suit to perfectly defend myself against your violent excesses. So please understand, Dark Knight, that this is an intellectual victory above all.
That one!
Let's fix things up. Keeping up? This is embarrassing, you two, really. This is the end! My apotheosis!
You spoiled me.
Thank you, Batman, for teaching me the effectiveness of violence tonight.
About time.
get clapped.
Enough! This is beneath me. You are beneath me. You want to finish this, detective? Then you must earn the privilege. Solve every last riddle in this city, and I'll fight you, Batman, but not a moment before.
What is the point
Or
of
we
wasting
could
our
just
time
leave you
though?
down there, Eddie. Come on, Batman. This cat wants to prowl.
Let's go. Told you many boss battles, not really the boss battle until you do everything, which is the problem.
Fresh air, freedom, and darkness. Perfect. How shall we celebrate? I know a couple of poor, defenseless museums. But then again, I also know a couple of hotels.
Tonight's not over yet. There's more work to be done.
Of course there is. You do know how to kill the mood. Do you ever take the night off? Do you ever take the suit off?
Not on nights like this, Selina. It's what I do.
Fine. I guess I'll hit an art gallery or two, while the big bad bat's distracted.
You're not going to thank me?
Why? It's what you do.
Okay. So you're letting her get away. Okay. Here we go. I'm ending the
You'll
stream.
fight me if I find your trophies? Fine, Enigma. I'll hold you to it.
1 second, hold on. What do you say?
I can't leave Enigma at large. I'll find his trophies and put him behind bars.
The words he said.
I need to find Riddler's trophies, all of them, to draw him out.
Last one.
I need to find Riddler's trophies.
Yeah, okay.
You'll fight me if I find your trophies? Fine, Enigma. I'll hold you to it.
There we go. Alright, now I'm ending. Goodbye. Okay.